Okay, 1, 2, 3. Seems to be working. Okay, I have no idea why the stream started breaking. Wanted to try to see create the details. I'm using a restreamer now, and I think it got to its memory limit and it started probably swapping or something. This guy, I'm guessing that broke my streams. I've upsized the instance to be something larger. I'd like to upgrade the script if this works. So I have a script to start streaming, which actually brings up a new instance from an image, brings up OBS, and it knows how to kill the instance as well at the end. And it checks if there are no existing instances. Um, should have tested a second ago. This things seemed fine, but I don't see traffic, which is weird. Next volume. So memory starts around 30%. So now we have double the amount of memory. So this was half a gig, 512 megs. Now we have 1 gig. So suppose we should be around the 50%, if that's the same. I wish this was a bit more reactive. The CPU is also upgraded. But I think the problem was memory, so this is what interests me, the bandwidth. I actually want to see it somewhere in that range as well. Like, if I had like 15 minutes period or something instead of 1 hour, then usually you get more granular points. This is still going up, but this feels like average, like this doesn't make sense in a way. Should be way more like a level, started streaming, finished streaming. Doesn't make sense for it to go up from. Something doesn't seem right in these graphs is what I'm saying. I expect this to be like, okay, you see it's getting the traffic from my system, I think would be the green, and going out in the purple. But it's either I'm streaming to the instance or not. I'm streaming at 6 megs. I don't know how this goes, but I don't stream in 2 megs, 3, 4, 5. There's no ramp up. This doesn't make sense. This is like a fake graph. Also, it doesn't make sense on the other side, the same. So I don't like these graphs at the moment. They don't seem correct to me. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it somewhere so I'll remember it, but most chances I won't. Okay, I was showing before anti-graph. I'm starting to join the camp of disappointed from anti-graph. Does some things well, but like I just gave it 2 tasks, and the second one is just broken, and the first one is just stuck. This is kind of normal for many tools where they run CLI stuff and then they get stuck. Okay, if I believe it, that it's done. Implement the data. The page will now refresh if the user has been idle, no interaction for at least 30 seconds. Smooth update. Every 30 seconds of idle time, the page will fetch fresh data from which proxy and update the streamer retroactively. Now wrapped because the refresh only triggers when the user is idle and uses felt reactive reconciliation. The UI works. Background timer checks every 10 seconds if it refreshes. If you move the mouse, it's delayed for another 30 seconds. So this, we actually recorded a bunch of voice requests from the homepage. And I don't have the content of this now. Why does it say open editor? What am I supposed to do with the editor? The only thing I know how to do in the editor is close windows. This doesn't recover it. What's that? What's this? Story manager. Did I do anything with story manager? So I've asked for the recover and I asked for the static website. So story manager should not be in play at all. I say don't save. Does it fix the agent loading? I just close all somewhere. Close all. Does it help the agent loading? I don't think so. This is broken. This helps. So, disappointed. I'm kind of tired. I don't know why. I mean, it's a sugar drop. Are we actually online? Should I be checking it? I didn't even hear Siri about joining since I've started restreaming again. Let's do another check. Restream. Right. Okay, this is claiming to be working. Claiming to be sending traffic. Where's our go live? Let's see the summary. Is this working? This is working. This is managed. We'll do test here. Chat shows, but the chat is totally separate, so doesn't give me any indication if stuff is working. Can I listen to my own audio? I can hear my own audio. It's kind of bad, the audio, I don't know. It's working okay in Twitch. I think the YouTube audio is totally broken. What would I... Why would this be? But anyway. Not like this. Issue. Why would the audio on YouTube from a streamer be bad at finding which it's like cutting slash interest. I don't know exactly this low quality. And Switch audio is fine, but YouTube's cutting and low quality. Last issues most likely certainly the sample rate mismatch. A known FFmpeg bug in recent restreamer versions. YouTube is much stricter than Twitch about how it reprocesses internal audio. This is why it's saying to fix. Twitch will accept almost any sample rate. YouTube standardizes everything on this or this depending on the ingest. OBS is standing to streaming publicly. YouTube is expecting. Sure sample rate, the most universal. Audio. I have 48K. For that one. I think I've tried different audio rates and it didn't do well. I foreseen. I foreseen 228. What was this? True publication. YouTube starter bag. Here's where audio sent to starter person cut into. Just check if you could read books name coding for change the code books. Will this be workable with the DigitalOcean? So we have plenty of CPU. I mean, it's just one core. There's memory, this is not an issue anymore. Bandwidth is stupid still. I don't understand this. Should I try this or that? I kinda hate this, but this sounds better. YouTube. Source and encoding. Set instead of audio, do ACC 228. Loudness normalization. That's that, I guess. I think, like, I don't know. Let's try this. Settings have been saved. My YouTube is wanting to. Oh, we have this. So I need to know. Oh, wow. Did this totally change right now? Yeah. This is actually a good fix. This actually works pretty well. That's what I like about AI. When it works, it works. What I wonder is, will the CPU stop out and be horrible later. No, 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 no. So, which wouldn't have any difference in the audio. Which, what I want to know is how much CPU does this consume? Is this big CPU hog to encode the audio or not? It's interesting that this system works. What should I actually do in the normal? No, so much small things. Oh, here's the trippy video as well. This is like losing pockets or something. It doesn't say any dropped frames. Show me studying forever. At least I got a chance. See, always have to be. Show everyone would know. Wait, only for today, the very day. We need to wait. Open up gate. First time in forever. Okay, whatever. Is it better if I put less frames per second instead of was just seems so many options to play around with, I guess, but I don't want to. Okay, let's consider this working for now. I'll leave this for now. It's not too interesting at the moment. Very clear. For the slash and the stream page we show the stream was some inputted from footage. What should make it some else work and the title. The current title is. Do I actually know what the full title is? But which and then I wish to original videos that are the best. Oh, at least start with the date. Oh wait. Give me a second. I've ruined the stand for the mic. No, where's it going? Also, not to stop. So, I hit the. I think I'm hitting the microphone out on the table. It just came loose. And I need to fix it back in place. Um, ah, turn on. Lamp back in place, please. Morning, 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 morning. Let's see. Baltimore and me. Why do we sing about Baltimore? I don't know. I don't care about Baltimore. I don't know nothing about Baltimore, but it's a song. King. Okay. Things back in place. Oh, it's Hairspray, the musical something. Yeah, I listen to musicals. Not yet. Did I hate stupid stuff when I was playing around with this? No, sounds fine. Okay, so we're having this task research. What's going on here? Why do I feel like I'm missing something? I think I wanted to show the project, the current state. So this is like SaaS platform wise, you can see my username. Where we have this stupid thing if you prefer menu over here, because it doesn't let you see as many videos or something. Or you can play around with the menu, side menu instead of. This still should work. Bright and dark themes or automatic by your OS. Login, logout, normal. This is the user. Can add stream, usually imports. Upload will come back later. So inside the video, most of these would happen automatically. You have the video itself. It's just the external player. This would probably suck. Don't try this. We extract the audio. There's no player on the audio. Oh, I need it. Don't really need it. Just don't delete it. So this would work it, I think. Do I need to fix this at the moment? Big question. Hmm. Do I have anything here happening? Sure. That's clear. Um, Is there a DM? Send another option direct to agent and activate the DM. Okay. On to add stories to the next epic, which story to future epic or backlog, the backlog epic. Um, we currently don't have the upload videos working. We disabled it in the welcome screen and the head stream still exists in the flash video screen under that parallel angle. Not sure if we should try to block that another story or ignore it for a while as no one is likely to try to get to that section. I'm not sure if we already specified the story for video uploads, but we should. Um, we already created a bucket we use for clips and some nails for clips. We probably would create other buckets and fix the previously mentioned ways to upload them. The audio tracks as well. We currently extract the audio in the audio worker from the video, but we don't upload them, I believe. And so the slash stream ID slash audio doesn't have a player, and the menu that offers to download your audio doesn't work if there is nothing to download from. There is also a delete button I'm worried about, as we have not described what would happen if you try to delete a track or the only track. Don't think I actually want a delete button. Um, um, stream useless transcript. We used to have a download button for the transcript, which I don't under see. Should should be under the setup menu. Probably mostly need to just one. Do you want to keep the activate and view the transistor and tran- transcribe again inside the think we shouldn't be allowing a second workflow by the transcript on just should only keep it for weird cases. So, but it's, if we quickly work with we can have the user message. We'll just use that kind of to clear this. Also, I'm not sure if what's the status for the cloud APIs with the SaaS version, but they shouldn't show. I think we should rethink how this looks. SaaS. I don't know if time cost from makes sense. As well as the duration control, which is that just the video and it's open oh these estimates can do things just don't make sense anymore on discuss. Okay. Management think should mostly around which and button. Stories, visual the shelter, testing ground, I'm very fine, testing eyes, instructions, things I'm destroying, just working, or just this gorgeous. Um, cloud is okay. Is that reaching? I feel like going over this. That's some change. Should be just so well. To to probably give us some should be for college. Probably no shit. No, no, future. Uh, so on the city current epic. Oh yeah, that's maybe. I haven't directly called the PM before like that. Usually I reference it when either working with the main BMed or create story or describe story, whatever. But I'm like, okay, we can just do that. What was the task we gave here for the show important? What's going on with the thumbnails and titles here? Did it actually do changes? Videos table unique constraints on username and file name makes using the video titles as the file name unstable. Revert file name to platform.id for stability with the title. Start working and then change its name. Stuff. So this is just midstream thoughts. I've implemented several improvements to these less streams, describe titles with dates, modify the imported services to fetch video metadata. How would that be? Actual frontend. Before creating the database records, stream names are now automatically set using the video's original title. So the names are the original titles. Yeah. prefixed with current dates. So date and my Twitch stream. So the reason I like the date to be there is because commonly a lot of Twitch streamers don't change the titles every stream. I'm at fault for that as well. Some are better with that, like Quant or whatever. But also the ones that change a lot of times change the number at the end, so they have a long string which is the same and the number. But the way it's rendered on the pages, it shows the start of the name, which is the same between all the videos. If you don't see the entire title, then they all look like the same video title-wise, and you only have the thumbnail. So I think a date would be nice to have. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I don't know if it would work. Working thumbnails. The only metadata fetch now captures the original thumbnail URL from Twitch or YouTube immediately. This URL is stored in the video table, correctly rendered by StreamCard component independent. So it says the right things, okay. Duplication prevention, add a check to the beginning of the import process to see if the video with the same URL already exists for the user. If found, it returns the existing record instead. Okay, thank you. Standard platform supported support for passing and input in Kik alongside YouTube and Twitch. Okay. I don't care if it's there or not. I don't know if people would use it. And there's a huge funnel between the Twitch streamers, which are the ones I'm talking to, and Kik is a tiny sub thing. I'm not active on watching Kik and interacting with streamers there. Last I've seen, there were like between 1 and 3 people on the category, I think. Or maybe the 12 developers. Anyways, I'm not focused on the Kik people. I did multi-stream to Kik as well originally, before Restreamer. I'm currently not streaming to Kik just because of technicality, because the current Restreamer that I have installed, I think it doesn't support the SSL, so can do RTPMS for the other platforms, but not RTPMS. Can do RTP, whatever. It can do the normal streams, not the encrypted ones. And Kik demands the encrypted one. So there's some work on my part to fix Restreamer, my installed Restreamer image to be able to stream to Kik, and it's not on my priority list at the moment. So I'm probably not streaming again to Kik for a while now. Unless I find this whole thing just sucks and I just go back to the old way I was streaming, or somehow magically get better internet and stream directly like other people here. Don't even. Yo, someone hanging the door? No. Thank you, Storybot. Storybot did the right job. Just doesn't clean the. That's the first automated ban. Yeah. Good job, Storybot. All I have to say. So we added key. Database integration, maintain a stable, unique file name database to ensure. Okay. Wait. That will be. I wanted to commit the thing before. Now I'm like, doesn't matter. Call it network updates to slash tunes for input videos title um, let's push this push forget let's not push in string. Yes. So this did what we asked it for. Anything related at the moment. I'm not actually testing this at the moment, so thank you. So here we asked for a bunch of things for future Epic, and just to refresh on the current Epic, I think. Too much stuff is going on. Back to the Epic. Capture the specific request. So new stories for Epic 7. Should I see the summary? Completed the request. Current project state. We have the active, which is SAS core. Is currently around 30. Why is it 30% complete? Power Focus Epic 6 bus frontend. I didn't know we have so many epics. Can you give me a pressure? I don't know what's going on. Active and in progress. Epic 1, SAS core, online baseline. Saying this is 30% done is getting me like, what the fuck? I thought I'm at 90% done. 95. What do you mean 30% done? Ah. So this is in progress and these are future. Bus front-end resilient makes Velkit smart enough to fetch data directly from Superbase. Huh? Um, I don't know what's going on. Concierge onboarding, okay. Future epic intelligence extraction with intelligence and extraction. Responsive view. Okay, so those are like milestones kind of level. Media and AI refinement. Mm. Show me Epic 6. If there are also files that I should be able to read file system. I'm being lazy and waiting more for this. Sure that's ensure the front end stays alive even if the media processing nodes go offline. Instead of the UI breaking it falls back to querying Superbase directly. Everything already processed. We identified the need to find for this focus on against. We can remove Epic 6. We already implemented this process within the current Epic front end. No longer needs Backend server besides Supabase, which is what we wanted on local is done. Our API and page loading logic to confirm successful communication from us. So that's gonna check what I'm saying is correct. Alright. Another and everything is fine. So it's gonna remove that epic from outcome front end successfully applied. Yeah. Show me epic one. So what I want to see is what is left. Did I just add stuff, and how did it move to 30%? I thought so. We have all the screens, we have everything working. We have Supabase from scratch. We have a dev environment. We have a prod environment. We have continuous integration running. We have database migrations. We have the screens working directly in front of Supabase. All the screens checked except maybe the settings page, which I'm not focusing on. I have the workers. I have a transcription worker that does the audio extraction and transcription. I have the LLM worker, which goes from the transcriptions to the stories and the YouTube generations. I have the clip worker, which takes the segments and reclips and creates clips for them. You can see the results with the thumbnails and everything. It's not straight. I do know there's a plan for that worker to dynamically load and stuff. There's updates to it's not important. The static marketing page is not important. Trying to be a product manager, product or project manager, and not just a developer. Takes more effort because it's not my normal. It's the thing I have. Okay. We have all of this. We need the worker to come up and down. We have the blocked whitelists of people able to connect. I'm not sure about the Google Oath. The oath needs work, the whitelist, and the fallback from the whitelist, and about people that failed. Trying to think what's the minimum. Someone needs to come to the app page, someone that I've sent it to and whitelisted, he needs to be able to come to the white page and log in. That actually has multiple parts. I need his emails from before, yes. I hope he would log in by Twitch, but he can try the Google. The Google one worries me. Maybe I should put soon on Google. Because there's a bunch of more things I need to do there to approve that. Mainly create documents and stuff. The most important thing is to get the current version in production and get the workers to run. The plan for the workers, the architecture, isn't the next story as far as I remember. It should watch heartbeats from the customer and the login, basically bring up a worker as long as the user is logged in, the worker should stay online, waiting for work. That worker is a big story, because there's how we package and run the workers. There's the instances loading them. There's a lot in there. I think once we have the worker, people should be able to use this generally. So there's gonna be a huge round of testing. I hope this is gonna be fast. I hope it's not gonna break my bank. I know I'm stingy. Why do I have Bluey playing? Like it's a song. It's just a theme song. High School Musical. That's too fun. Okay, time to move to something else. All in the battle. Okay. Okay, let's see what it has for us. Slow core, fundamental, Cloudflare, hosting, Superbase. I think we are done up until 1.9, right? Maybe it doesn't say all of these are done. We're in progress. We have Elevation, Dataland, the next major technical order is Flipworker, and for your import. Huh? Yeah. Um, we just finished the Flipworker. Anything before it is done? Analyzing deployment of all workers. We should be working on that. Digital ocean droplets trying to have a dynamic server coming up in production to run the key worker that's I think that's the last thing in the epic. Where equal is just representing the I think we have just story. I hear you. I hear you, boss. My apologies. I was clearly working with stale information on implementation status. If the clip work here, it's if the clip worker is already signed off and the Cloudflare or well much closer to finish than my previous estimation. Let's fix the record immediately. I'll mark these stories and done and pivot focus to the final hurdle. Status 100% complete. At all. I've updated the status on your package. 90% done successfully. Build the engine, and we just need to provide the home for in the cloud. It involves Terraform, automatic creation, orchestration, setting up domain processes, so exchanges. I'll start by investigating our existing infrastructure. If I see Update user data, fetch, pause. Let's do the create story. And we'll work on the story. And I think there's going to be a bunch of brainstorming we need to do. Done brainstorming offline with just Gemini chat before. And it ain't even open. There's a hole in the top. Not this wine. Ready empty and yet eager in supper time. It's in my mind. There's a hole in the bottom. Okay, story things. As a boss, I want to deploy the workflow workers to a dedicated digital ocean droplet using issue secure state. So the media processing is offloaded from a local machine and is horizontally scalable in the cloud. We will use Terraform to provision digital ocean droplets and Docker Compose to orchestrate the worker containers within each droplet. A single droplet image can act as worker node for hosting all the worker types. Yeah. The IHC worker directory contains the Terraform configuration and the size. Following variables must be provided to the droplet after. Let's try to revive this stupid. Hopefully, this will come back because I'm gonna regret this, right? I'm doing something I know I'm gonna regret. Why am I doing it to myself? I want to try to chat to it, but it's gonna have the same issues, right? Okay, so this task that was stuck with the agent actually worked. Project has been successfully transformed. Key changes removed. I know, leave it later. Image, right? I don't know, this doesn't integrate with the things. Workflows. Snow. Yeah, image. Wait. Story. I don't know what we're talking about the same thing. Things. Move that to here. Just to here. Just moving scripts around. I don't want to think. Think we actually need to brainstorm a couple of things here. I think we need to concentrate about a few different moving components. One is the image creations. we need 3 images for 3 workers, right? Some of them might have the same base. So FFmpeg, FFmpeg is a layer I care about to reuse. I think we need it both for the audio worker and the clip worker. There is something important in the Docker Compose or generically mapping the drive. I want the audio worker is downloading the video file and creating an audio file. The clips worker later needs the video file. It will be much quicker if we reuse the file that was already downloaded rather than starting over and getting partials from the external providers with the times. So I want this to work. I want to try to work with the smallest droplet size. I don't think we need more than 512 megs of memory in a short CPU. Most of our work would be either networking or I/O. I think there's gonna be downloads and uploads is the main portion because we're using AI. We're basically taking a big file, chunking it, and sending it across to AI providers. The place we do most work is splitting files, either when we're splitting the audio before sending it to AI workers or splitting the video to make clips. We aren't actually using a lot of CPU, or I think also we're not using a lot of RAM. There is a big consideration about startup time for the images. I'm not sure exactly how images are to be handled. Maybe we need to know how to build and update snapshots inside DigitalOcean. So we already have an image with our containers pulled. I don't know what makes sense to upkeep those because those are long runs. I'm not sure if we should do them in our CI. We could. We have long running GitLab runners. They are running on our own hardware, so we can run things, I think, up to an hour. We probably don't want them to be as long, but we need to do what we need to do because I want the workers to be able to start and finish quickly. More, they need to be able to start quickly. So the way I want to architect it, let me start another. The way I want to architect the worker node starting the droplet is when someone logs into the system, we have a new user. At that moment, we want to fire an event to start the workers if there's no worker registered. So what's going on is we have workers sending heartbeats. We also want the users to send heartbeats. If the user just logged in, we want to make sure we have workers up. If we don't, we need to start some. I think we only need one machine at the start. I don't know if we scale this. I don't necessarily need to solve scaling this at this moment. I only need to think about one instance at the start. When a user logs in, if there's no instance, we need to bring one up. We want to keep the instance up as long as the user is logged into the system and has a heartbeat. Or if we have work, right? So once the workers become idle, they should check for the user heartbeat. If the user is still there, we keep the worker still there. We don't kill the node. Otherwise, we want the node to kill itself. So if the worker has no job and there's no user logged into the system, we want to bring down the node. We want the node to destroy itself. So originally the idea for the dynamic workers is for the production system. We can actually do it in dev, I guess. Um, I don't think we currently have a dev deployment of the front end. We have just the front end running locally versus a Supabase database. I'm not sure if that's enough or not because the worker would need to work actually connects to a Supabase database. So I guess we can do it in dev as well. Yeah, why not? It's probably going to be way faster than locally. And if we're using the cheap instances, it's not going to cost much. I think we should know the different locations. If I'm not mistaken, Supabase Dev is in Australia, Sydney, and Supabase Production is in US. So accordingly, I think for DigitalOcean workers in Dev, I want them in Sydney, and in production, I want them in US. I don't remember the exact data center, but you can look that up, I guess. I think in Supabase they just gave like generic US region, or that's what I selected. We need to check the details, I guess. I think we should consider telemetry situation. I don't remember what telemetry we collected so far from the workers. But obviously the DigitalOcean droplets should be another layer of telemetry. We have a telemetry directory that has an IAC that does dashboards in post-hog and documents everything we collect. We should enhance that part for the droplets and workers. Especially, I want to know how long did it take us to start up. I think we need to track the sizes of the images over time. I'm not sure. You can think up more things that we should log to be able to monitor this long term, understand if we moving into a worse situation, like increasing image sizes, increasing load times, stuff like that. And if it really makes sense to bring servers down and up, like if it takes too long to bring the server up, that's gonna be an issue. And then we're probably gonna keep the servers up, which I'm not happy with. So we should consider startup times are really important. More than if we need to do long builds to update the images or the snapshots. Yeah, consult me on any other decision making I should consider here. This is a huge story, I understand. Maybe we should split this story into multiple ones. Maybe this story should actually have been an epic. I don't know. Maybe just consider how we split things. I'm okay with having just sections in the story like we have so far. Just make a section about building the images and another section about the images for the workers, and then another section for the snapshots for the droplets and the droplet selection, and then another one for how the logic for them to start up and go down, and another for the telemetry, and another for dev versus production, or any other way you think about splitting this task, where we can do it gradually as work item by work item until we can complete it. So let's see if Google Anti-Gravity is going to be nice to us for this task. I offered it, what do you call, like a bounty, not a bounty. I gave it an offering of a new fresh session for it to work on. So we started Google Anti-Gravity just for it to be happy and actually do some work with us. Um, Yeah, okay. It's start running some commands, so that's nice. Um, Thinking what else? Like whatever it comes back to, I would probably have for the refinements. I feel like I feel like this is either close to or the last stage for us. Do I need to block the login with Google? Or do I just need to remember to add people to the test situation? Or do I need to the finish the setup to ask for it to move to production? What else did we have? Okay, I'm not gonna work on this story. I just want to look again about the epics, I guess. So the epics we had here, no, it's not the epic. This is the story for this epic. This is something totally different. Where were we? This list. Oh, this is the list of stories. This is our last story for this to be up. It's gonna be still things that are just broken again. It's kind of depressing to think about, like, when you know there's tons of things that are broken, but you're like, I have to make progress. I have to launch it in a way. I want it done in a way that other people can start using it, even if there's like 20 buttons that are broken and they're gonna, oh, I pressed this button and this doesn't work. And I've pressed this button and this doesn't work. Give me a full list of things that don't work. That's like JD gave me such lists, and I'm like, okay, yeah. I'll go and fix all the lists and come back to him and say, oh, everything is done. You should be happy. You should try it again at this point. But in the middle, he was trying it again and bringing more items and trying it again and bringing me more items. And I'm like, I've been working on your list from before. I'm not ignoring you. I was just hoping to finish the list before coming back to you. I think it's just a feeling that I'm not used to, which is something that a different a different job title gets to do all the time. Like a CEO or a product person talking to customers and showing the software or pre-sales or sales. Someone trying to push a product on customers must be receiving these all the time. And like they could be different levels. So I'm like at the these things are broken level, and a lot of times maybe customers still see them as broken, but they're not objectively broken. They're like someone built it this way, or someone didn't build this thing. We didn't think of your use case. Didn't build for specifically for your use case, and we can extend it, and that makes sense. But saying like, um, but saying like, yeah, here's a system, and you click the button and it doesn't work, and you click another button and it doesn't work. This is embarrassing. This is not professional. This is not pleasant to answer for, and kind of knowingly submit it, publicize it, put it in public, put it up for scrutiny. It's kind of like I feel I don't want to do it, and I feel I should be doing it. Because if I'll go and just work on all the buttons people should click, it'll be spending another 3 days before someone can try it and see if this is even useful. There are things that are more important. The problem is with people looking and trying. I think I get a lot of like your friends or people that are trying it for you. Or maybe I'm reflecting on my own behavior when I'm reviewing other things. So a startup wants reviews that are most relevant to getting value out of the system, time to first value, something like that. There's time to magic moment, happy path testing. I want to know if the path to actually get value is working and if you are able to produce value. I don't want to know about everything that looks ugly, that should be clicking, that's not in place, that doesn't look right. I want to know if you can get from login, from seeing the want to know if from entering the system or getting into the system up until first value, there's issues there. Hey Stony, do check your stream. Is it glitchy? Is it not working again? Is there audio? Nothing works again. Is it glitchy? Do you have audio? Do you have stuff? It's glitching like crazy. Crazy. But do you get audio? Is the audio fine, Stony? Maybe you can just listen to me. Yes. You don't know how to manage this. I've actually did some work on improvements. For the streams. I think I know a bit of what's going on. What fun not found? Come on. What the heck? Hey, that's not what I want to press. But then it fixes itself. Yeah, I didn't want to close the stream. I think I need to increase the. I don't know. There's like maybe 5 different settings I want to test, but I don't want to start and stop the stream all the time to test. Maybe I should drop the frame rates. Maybe I should reduce my kilobits. Maybe I should definitely reduce the keyframe from 2 seconds to less, although 2 seconds is recommended. I don't know why this sucks. Let's see if I'm overusing resources again. How does this look? Is it updated? Thanks for dropping by and thanks for the input, because like it's hard to test yourself, both try to stream and be a viewer. Okay, this is stable, this is stable, this is stable, and we're under 50%. It was really on the edge before, I guess. CPU is fine. If this is stable and there's 0 dropped frames, like 0, not only 0.0%, but 0 dropped frames. Yet this stream sucks. And suppose I'm using the SRT, whatever, which would be better than the RTPMS. Maybe that's actually bad, and I don't know if it's actually bad. How does my own traffic look? I can't know anything about my own traffic because I'm not separating my NAS internal Wi-Fi traffic to the NAS from the actual internet. Would be nice if I could have different graphs for both, but I don't. Um, GPU stuff, encoding. The encoder is sweating a bit. 80%. Maybe that's my problem. Hmm. It's interesting. I don't know. Maybe. But then, if it was my encoder, should this just look horrible instead of the streaming? Hmm. Well, Gemini said it's like my internet to restreamer node. Hmm. I'll try to play with some settings, I guess. How bad is it? Like, you have freaking 5060 and you have encoding issues. How? Um, could be me. On top of the normal stream, I'm recording multiple streams. So I record the two displays. I'm recording the chat and I'm recording the full one. It's a very unpleasant experience. Should I drop the recordings? Hmm. If I don't, do I not need decision making? Like, what do I not need? Probably don't need the chat, and it's probably the least consumer. But I don't even see the recording for the chat. The camera is the most important. I can drop probably the two things. I don't know if I can drop them live. Wait, I can just. I'll stop the recording. I can. Let's do pause. Just see. I'm not recording right now. I'm pausing. See how much this drops. Wait, we can test it like that then. Does this actually change the artifacts? Where's my streaming? Restream it. It's gonna take 2 seconds for it to clear off, and then we'll see. This is still a bit crazy, I think. You need 30 FPS with 1080p with 6 megabits. Yeah, I have the two keyframes. I'm doing 60 FPS. I don't even have a reason why. So the artifacts are still happening, so I don't think it's the encoding. I can drop the thing is I need to break the stream and come back. Well, I can do it. Do you think so? 30 FPS would solve it? Try. I think if I do it quickly, then the stream continues. Let's see. Output. Is it output? This is the 6-ray. This is the two keyframes. Second, quality, blah, blah, blah. No, is this appearance, output stream? I forget. Video. Yeah, video. So what happens if I drop the keyframes? I'm still broadcasting the same thing. Suppose the problem is with the traffic from my computer to restreamer now. We can try it. Suppose this is the wrong solution, but maybe it would work. I got no idea. Splitting 6K over 60 or 30, you tell me. Yeah, but the problem is not that the frames pass, but part of the frame. Oh, maybe it makes sense. I don't know. Okay, let me try to do a quick one. Maybe it will keep the stream up.